Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video on the Gooners and Gloves Podcast channel. In today's video, it's going to be the 52nd Gooners and Gloves Podcast, and in today's one, I'm going to be going over the Arsenal versus Chelsea game. Just got finished watching it, literally it finished about 10 minutes ago, so I'm just going to give you guys my initial thoughts and reactions to the Arsenal versus Chelsea game at the Emirates. Arsenal win 1-0, and of course I'm absolutely buzzing. It's always great to win against Chelsea. Obviously Chelsea games are always incredibly, I'm always very up for Chelsea games. They're always some of my most anticipated games of the season. So, even though it may not have been the best game to watch and it may not have been the best performance really from either side, either way, I'm buzzing about winning. It's fantastic to keep a clean sheet as well. So, very, very pleased with Arsenal getting the win. So, basically, I'm just going to kind of go over what I thought of the game, what I thought of the players, just kind of generally how I feel after the game. But obviously, I'm really, really happy to get a win over Chelsea. It's actually the 7th game in a row against Chelsea that Arsenal have not lost in. So, it's our unbeaten run against Chelsea continues. I think the last time we lost to Chelsea was August 2021, so we've now extended that unbeaten run, and it's our 7th game in a row that we haven't lost against Chelsea. So obviously incredibly exciting, but pretty much let's just jump straight into the game. So Arsenal definitely started strong. It was a good start for Arsenal. The first sort of half an hour, I'd say, were pretty dominated by Arsenal. Loads of chances created, loads of opportunities, and it was definitely a bright spark. It was a good start for Arsenal. Obviously we've been criticised for previous bad attacking performances, and obviously today we didn't end up scoring from open play. So I'm not going to say that we fully redeemed that because we didn't score from open play, but I would definitely say that for this first half an hour we looked lively, we looked dynamic, we looked like we were really creating some chances. Sanchez definitely had to make a couple of good saves to be able to deny us from scoring, but it was just a good first half an hour, a very solid performance, just good dynamism, good attack, good explosivity, and I think we just did really, really well in that first half an hour to kind of just attack Chelsea, take the game to them, and kind of make them feel that Emirates atmosphere. I must say though, Wesley Fofana, how on earth did he not get sent off? Like, the amount of fouls this guy was committing, seriously, Wesley Fofana, he was committing so many fouls, like seriously, foul after foul after foul. Like, the fact that he only ended up getting a single yellow card the entire game and remained on the pitch is insane to me, because he genuinely committed about 5 or 6 yellow card worthy fouls. Like, he should have been sent off ages ago in the game. But yeah, just thought I'd mention that, because honestly the amount of fouls that Wesley Fofana was committing was ridiculous. And obviously I'm not going to say that Arsenal didn't commit any fouls, we definitely did as well. It was just a very, very intense game, very very heated, very ill-tempered, very intense, loads of fouls, loads of diving, loads of arguing with the ref. It was loads of yellow cards. It was just one of those very, very intense sort of just kind of scrappy games, but definitely Wesley Fofana was just committing so many fouls. But we reached the 20th minute. Martin Odegaard delivers a solid corner, and what a header by Mikel Merino. Seriously, this header was absolutely incredible. Like, obviously I'm not going to say he definitely meant to do it, because it was definitely, I don't know if he meant to do that, I don't know if he meant to go for the goal, I don't know if he meant to pass with that header, but regardless of what he meant to do, it's an absolute beauty. Like, seriously, one of the greatest headers I've ever seen. So he's facing away from the goal, so he heads it and it lobs Robert Sanchez and it goes into the net. It's an absolutely world-class header, absolute beauty of a header. Seriously, what a header. Like, I honestly cannot sing this header's praises enough. Like, I don't know if he meant it, I don't know if he meant to do it, but regardless, it was a sensational header. It lobs Robert Sanchez, nothing he could do about it, and we opened the scoring to make it 1-0. Obviously very, very happy to finally see the set pieces coming good again, because obviously we had really fallen off with the set pieces. At the start of the season they were really strong, but actually that was the first set piece goal that we scored in all of 2025, so we definitely have been on a hiatus from the set pieces. So it did feel really good to finally see us score a set piece again. And obviously I know that some people are probably going to criticize the fact that we only won on the set piece, but at the end of the day, set pieces are part of the game, they're part of football. We made use of them and we got the goal. Fantastic header by Mikel Merino, great assist by Martin Odegaard, and he just always seems to get a contribution against Chelsea, doesn't he? In 22-23 he did, obviously last year he did, this year he did. Like, he really does seem to love getting contributions against Chelsea. Earlier in the season he got an assist, today he got an assist. Like, Martin Odegaard just really loves getting contributions against Chelsea, doesn't he? And he gets another one today, great corner, and then Mikel Merino with an absolutely gorgeous header, one of the best headers that I've ever seen. Flicks it back, lobs Robert Sanchez, flicks it back, lobs Robert Sanchez. It's an absolute beauty and it's fantastic, and great header from Mikel Merino to make it 1-0. And from there, for kind of the next 20 minutes again, it was the same story, creating opportunities, good possession, good dynamism, but just kind of struggling to find the back of the net. And to be fair, Robert Sanchez did have a good first half, I will give it to him. Like, for the goal, he couldn't have really done much about it because he was lobbed, but aside from that, made some good interventions, couple of good saves. Our crossing, he was definitely doing well to stifle our crossing, because every time we were crossing, he was immediately jumping in, catching it, or palming it away. So to be fair, he did well. But I must say, towards the end of the first half, we were really giving Chelsea a lot of possession. Like, I'm not really sure if this was tactical, like if Arteta was like, okay, ease off for the rest of this half, take it easy a bit. I'm not sure if that was it, because seriously, at one point they showed a graphic and Chelsea had like 93% possession for that 10 minutes. Now, in fairness, they didn't really do anything with it. They didn't really have any opportunities, so it's fine. But still, I'm not sure if it was tactical. I'm not sure if we just started struggling, if we were tired, but it definitely wasn't good to see, and I don't like to see us giving away that much possession. So definitely it's not great to see us giving that much possession away. But my assumption is that we were probably just taking a bit of a tactical break, letting Chelsea have more of the ball. But yeah, 93% possession in like 10 minutes. But the half ends, a decent first half all around, a lot of yellow cards given, and just generally loads of fouling and stuff, and that's certainly a trend that carried on into the second half. To be fair, Chelsea did have one really good opportunity in the first half, and that's where Marc Cucurella volleyed it towards David Raya, and David Raya did actually nearly drop it into the goal. Thankfully, it just went wide, but definitely Raya made a bit of a howler there. Thankfully, it didn't go into the net, and it did go wide, so all good, and David Raya could breathe a sigh of relief. But I think that was probably just because literally he hadn't faced any shots on target all game. Chelsea had barely even reached our half, so I think he just wasn't quite warmed up yet. It was asleep, which obviously isn't good. Like, I'm not defending him, that's not good, and he does need to work on that, because we can't be having him, making silly mistakes like that. But thankfully we were let off and the ball went wide. But that was pretty much it for the first half. A decent first half, 1-0 up, can't really ask for much more than that. So heading into the second half, and the second half, I'd say the game definitely became a lot more equal. Like, I'd say Chelsea definitely got back into the game and started creating some opportunities. But again, they didn't actually end up getting anything on target, which was good to see. So while they were getting, more of the ball and creating some opportunities and getting it into our box, they weren't actually getting a shot on target. And that aforementioned Cucurella shot, I think, was one of only 2 shots on target that they managed. And even the second shot, they only managed a bit later on in the game. So the second half, I think we did well to stifle Chelsea, and we definitely went into defensive mode. At this point we were 1-0 up, and Arteta probably just said to them at halftime, look, don't do anything stupid, this is a crucial game, a crucial win, like, don't do anything foolish. So I'd say we definitely went into defensive mode, but I thought defensively we were brilliant today. Yuri and Timber, special shout out to him. I thought he was excellent, really good performance. Obviously Gabriel and Saliba did really, really well. And it was very, very decent. Miles Lewis-Skelly with a sensational game. Miles Lewis-Skelly once again with an absolutely brilliant game. Great performance, really calm, really composed, and again just did so well. And pretty much from there. So we definitely went into defensive mode in the second half, and it was definitely operation, keep the 1-0, get the victory, etc., which we obviously did go on to do. We were still creating some chances, but I will say I definitely think that the attack could have been a bit better. And like I do understand people's criticism of saying that like we didn't score from open play in this game. I'm not saying you have to in every game, because at the end of the day you just need to win, and that's what we did. But I definitely felt that there were points where we were wasting opportunities, we were being a bit sloppy with chances. There was one really good chance from Mikel Merino where he volleyed it towards Robert Sanchez, but he made a solid save. And I think there was like one more chance later on where Trossard had a really good opportunity, but unfortunately mishit it. The opportunities were definitely there, and we were doing it. But I definitely felt that the dynamism and just the general like attacking output could have been slightly better in the second half. But defensively, I thought we were excellent in the second half. Did really well to contain Chelsea, contain some of their more explosive players. Jadon Sancho and Pedro Neto. Those like really good, really aggressive players who I think we did really well to contain, to the extent where actually both Nkunku and also Jadon Sancho were taken off. And yeah, that just shows that they were really struggling against our defense, because this was only like the 70th minute and they're taking on 2 very attacking players despite being down. So I think it just shows that Arsenal were doing a really good job at containing them. So defensively, I thought we were fantastic today. As said, attacking wise, could have been better. It wasn't perfect, but we did decent. It was good to see Gabriel Martinelli get a start as well. It wasn't his absolute best performance, but it was just good to see Martinelli get some minutes in his legs. He did unfortunately have to come off, so I'm hoping that's not an injury or anything like that, but it honestly seemed like he was probably just tired. After all, it's his first game, it's his first 90-minute back after about a month and a bit out, so understandably he probably hasn't got his fitness about him. But it was good to see Gabriel Martinelli get some minutes in his legs, especially given that there will obviously be the big Real Madrid game upcoming soon. So that was incredibly exciting, and I'm really happy that he's back. But all in all, really pleased. As I said, it wasn't the absolute best performance. It was a bit of a scrappy win, but end of the day, those are part of the game. They're part of football. Sometimes you're going to have to win a bit more scrappy, and that's what Arsenal did. All in all, more shots on target, more chances, less possession, but still, I thought overall we played really well. I definitely felt we were the better team, and I'm buzzing with the 3 points. It's always great to win against Chelsea. So that's kind of all I've got to say about the game. Chelsea did go on to create a few more opportunities, but again, didn't really get much on target, and anything that they did manage, Raya was able to deal with. So all in all, a solid performance. a 1-0 win. Always great to win against Chelsea. We keep our unbeaten streak against Chelsea alive. It's been going on since August of 2021, so nearly 4 years now. And by the time that we next face them, it likely will have hit 4 years, which is just a fantastic thing. Obviously, our seventh straight game against them where we haven't lost. So really cool to keep that unbeaten run alive. But all in all, happy with the performance. It's a great win. It's a great result, and that definitely shores up that second place, which we're obviously now trying to finish. You never know with the Premier League, but it's down to 12 points. I'm not saying it will mean anything, but it's still something. And in case Liverpool do somehow have a collapse, it's just nice that we've at least won our game in hand. But that's going to do it for this video. I'm actually going to be watching the Carabao Cup final. It's in about 45 minutes, so that's what I'm going to be going to do. So I'm just going to be getting this video up and then going and watching the Carabao Cup final between Liverpool and Newcastle. But yeah, very pleased. Got the victory, got the 1-0, kept another clean sheet, which is always nice. I'm glad to see that our clean sheets are starting to improve. Glad to see that we were able to redeem that 1-0 loss to West Ham, and we didn't lose for a second time at home. But all in all, pleased. Decent enough performance. We got the 1-0 win. We kept the clean sheet. We did well. We finally scored another set piece goal, which is nice. And all in all, I'm pleased. So yeah, please let me know down below what you thought. A pretty standard game, a good win, a 1-0 victory, and I'm just happy that we got the clean sheet. So now there won't be any more Arsenal until the start of April, where there is the Ipswich game, and we'll be moving on into the international break. But I might potentially make a couple of videos during the international break. We shall see. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Please let me know down below what you thought of the performance, and I'll catch you guys with another podcast soon. Bye-bye.